Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
The smell of blood, sweat, urine, feces, combined with the heat and all of the people that were crammed into this tight space made it almost unbearable to enter the compartment where these people were being held. In the midst of all of that, in the darkness, when the voices were low, you hear somebody yell out, Allahu Akbar. Yes. We're coming live from the Middle Passage on our way to one of the most horrific events in history, the slavery in the United States of America. In 1 in every 3 of those slaves were Muslims. So that presented the slave owners with one heck of a dilemma. How do you enslave a person who already has a master? How do you enslave a person who already has a master? And it's only one thing you can do in that situation. Separate man from his God. Give man a new definition of who his God is. And that's nothing new. That was something that had been going on centuries and centuries and centuries before that. When Allah sent Musa, alayhi salam, to talk to Pharaoh, who was one of the most biggest, powerful rulers at the time, he would kill people, murder little children. He said that he was God. Enslave thousands upon thousands of people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Musa alayhi salam to him to give da'wah. So that maybe that he would have a change of heart. Maybe he could change his life around and get on the express lane to Jannah. But he rejected Musa. He wanted to stay in control of the people who he was enslaving. So he gathered all of his people in front of him. فَحَشَرَ فَنَادَى فَقَالَ أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. And he said, I am your exalted Lord. He claimed he was God because he knew to keep these people enslaved, he had to separate them from their Lord. There was no other way to do it. Once you separate man from his God, he's open to anything. So the slave masters gave the slaves Christianity. And they told them that their God was a white man. And they gave them a Bible that they couldn't read. So they said, we'll translate this for you. Serve and honor your master. Do whatever he tells you to do. Don't run away. Brainwash. How else could they do it? They had no other way. It's going on nowadays. It's still slavery going on nowadays. These rappers with these music. You think it's just songs that they singing? You think it's just dances that they doing? Please. They're recruiting people to join their religion, to be under the influences of them. Jay-Z, one of the most popular rappers of all time. One of his nicknames is Jehovah, which means God. He calls himself the God MC. Blasphemous claims. And people follow him. And he has this simple, minuscule goal of just getting money. That's it. Just exploiting people. That's why he wants to enslave and have people follow him. And if you work the wrong job and you get caught up, they will even separate you from God. Sisters, take off the hijab. You can work for us. No, it's not a safety issue. Just take it off. You'll be a better worker. Fellas, we have a strictly clean-shaven policy. You have to take that beard off and keep it off. You'll be a better worker. Because they know that in order to be the best worker in their eyes, the person has to be less religious. We have to separate them from their God. Fridays, sorry, you have to be here. No, it's cool. Even in politics, they going at Muslims hard right now. Super hard. They trying to redefine our religion. Saying that we're people of war. People of bloodshed, that religion is not, that Islam is not a religion of peace. They're trying to push us to neglect the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and start acting like them. Well, all they care about is money, these politics, these things going on in the media. They want to switch us so we're ruled by that. Because they know Muslims are not ruled by that. Our money is not God. Our money is not our God. So how do we rule over a country where we have people in there who deem this, who have this ideology? Let's get these people out of here. Or let's crush the Islam that's remaining in their chests. Because when they talk about Islam and damaging Islam and taking away Islam, we think it's a group thing. No, they're going after it in your chest, in your heart. That's where they want to take the Islam from. That's why those slaves wasn't affected. Because you couldn't get the Islam that was remaining in their heart. You can call them whatever you want. They had slaves building churches, and they turned the churches so they faced Mecca. They had slaves giving speeches at churches, and one of the slaves got up and he read the Al-Fatiha. And they just said, wow, that's so nice, that's so beautiful. Oh, he's talking about God. He didn't give up. Even though everything around him seemed like it was crumbling, they never gave up. You couldn't separate them from their God. In these times that we're in, it may be hard to see, but that's what's going on. Because they knew if they damaged the relationship between you and God, they can control you. They can enslave you for purposes only they know. So during these times, we have to get even closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those trying times back in the day produced some of the most spiritual people to this day. The Sahabas came from that time when they were physically trying to kill Muslims. Skip talking about it on TV. No. They tried to take their lives. And they got close to Allah. We have to do the same thing. When they push us, push back. These times are meant to make us more spiritual. These times are meant to make us better Muslims, not the opposite. We must pray that Allah makes it easy for us to see what's going on and to execute the plan to get closer to Him.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.